Hello everybody and welcome back to Subnautica 2. And today I am going to be moving my base. But not just anywhere, I'm going to be moving it in front of the Collector Leviathan. Now the Collector Leviathan is one of the few Leviathan class creatures that we've got in the early access version of Subnautica 2. I'm hoping we're going to be getting some more in the future, but I thought it'd be fun to create a base. It's going to be over in the sparse plains, which is where the Collector Leviathan's at, and I want to have a nice big window, kind of like this one, but it's going to be made out of the brand new like half-round rooms that I unlocked in the last episode. So this right here is the brand new half-round room that I unlocked. So I'll go ahead and put one down here as a bit of a demonstration. But this is what it looks like. It's a big open window where you can see all around you. Now before I get started with my great adventure here, if you are not subscribed to the channel and you want to see more of these amazing videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post these brand new videos. Now I do want to talk to Noah here before I head out because apparently he's got some stuff for me. Alright, so we've got a brand new signal to go check out, which does happen to be in the direction that I'm going to be going. It's a lot further than the alien ruins, but I do have a spot picked out for where I want to be moving my base today, and I put a beacon over there, and that's where I'm going to be heading. Now, because the sparse plains is kind of like a later game biome, there should be some really good resources to farm over there. So I won't have to bring that much. I just have to bring enough to basically get the basics. I need to make a room, some sort of power, and then also a fabricator, and then like some basic food and water. Alright, so I just grabbed up all of my resources so that I can build my starting base. And it's going to be right over here where I've got this beacon placed. Now, this is where a bunch of the thermal vents are, and eventually I want to see if I can get some of this thermal power to power the base. But I'm not going to be able to do that today. That'll be kind of a future thing. But this right here is the tadpole pens. So I explored this in a previous episode, and this is kind of looking out at the Collector Leviathan. Oh, there he is right there. You can kind of see him. My base is going to be pretty much on the other side of this area. Yeah, he's going to try and come after me, but he shouldn't be able to come over here. Yeah, so he just turns away and goes off in the other direction. But I feel like this is going to be a perfect place, and there's loads of resources. Like right here, we got like 2 big copper, and I think that's a bunch of titanium over there as well. Now, right over there, I do have the alien ruins, so that's kind of the next area I need to go to. For the storyline. So that's why I feel like this is going to be the perfect place to set up a base, because it's kind of like in between the starting area, which is over by the life pod, and then also kind of like this new like alien ruins area. Alright, so here is my kind of start to the base. It's not much at the moment. Hopefully by the end of this I'll have a much bigger base. But I'm pretty much out of titanium, so I need to go do a titanium run. Luckily, this should be titanium right here. Yeah, so I should be able to mine this and get a whole bunch of titanium. This is kind of one of the good things about being over here, is that there's plenty of titanium to collect. Hello? Did you just destroy my... What are you doing? Oh, great. Well, maybe the Collector Leviathan can make his way over here. What are you doing? You just tried to destroy my tadpole. I'm starting to regret this idea of building a base right in front of this guy. I need to build a dock for my tadpole. I kind of want to get some windows. Hold on, let me get my habitat builder up here. I need to get a fabricator. Oh, I need the titanium. The titanium that's in this thing that this guy's kind of guarding at the moment. Let me grab this box. Bring it in here. And I should be able to take this titanium out. Did you just take... Hold on. Stop! Stop touching my tadpole! Okay, let me put this thing, like, underneath the rock. What I want to try and do is get a fabricator set up so that I can actually start crafting some things. So, there we go. We got ourselves a fabricator. So now, I can actually make some glass. I'll just turn all my quartz into glass. So this right here is kind of what I was envisioning for this base. A nice big window. I kind of have to turn off the life pod beacon. There we go. We got the life pod beacon out of the way. But this is a perfect view of the Collector Leviathan. Now, I think it's becoming nighttime. So our power's, I think, going to die here in a little bit. Which is why I need to get batteries set up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I forgot what I need for these. But I'm going to go through and do some resource gathering here for a little bit. Just get enough resources to expand my base. And then I'll come back once I'm ready to expand the base out.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I'm back from gathering up resources. And it's time to expand out the base here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to expand this room. So I'm going to expand this all the way along here because I want a nice big viewing area out to the west here. Because that way I can see the Leviathan pretty much anywhere, wherever they're at. But yeah, my next goal, now that I've got that room kind of expanded, is I want to build... I'm going to do probably just a corridor here that goes all the way along here over to where the tadpole dock's going to be at. So here is my brand new tadpole dock. Just as this guy decides to show up, let's go ahead and dock it so that hopefully he can't destroy my tadpole now that it's safely docked. It should be already at full durability, but now it'll be able to charge up off of the base's power here. So my idea that I've got here is I'm going to dock the tadpole here and then come down this ladder into like the storage area. Now the problem with this is I think I'm going to run into the rocks. Yeah, so the rocks are going to block me on this side. So I can't expand it too far. Because if I go there, that's kind of like the furthest I can go. But what I can do is I can go down another layer. Alright, so this room actually works out really well because I can expand this pretty far. So, like, I think right about there should be good. Oh, great. Are you going to come after me? I think we're good. And then I could probably expand this corner out a little bit further as well. So, there we go. That's going to be our storage room there. So, that way, I would come straight out of the tadpole here. Go down this ladder. I'm going to have to build a second ladder to get into the actual, like, storage room area. And then this is going to be my brand new storage area. All I have to do now is go through and move all of the storage boxes in here. And then I've got this hatch. I don't know if I'm going to leave this here. I might leave this here, actually. Because it is kind of handy to have, like, quick access in and out of this, like, storage area. So the first kind of room that I want to build is going to be a crafting area, because I'm going to have a place to set up all of like the processors, the fabricator, and just kind of a place to basically craft all the things I'm going to need. So that's going to be my first thing that I want to do. And I kind of want to put that right here in this middle bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have different rooms kind of branch off of this long corridor that I've got here. So if I get a couple of corridors... Oh, you're getting a little close. You're getting a little close there. Go back. Go back that way. Don't come over here. Trying to build. Alright, so I think I got this pretty centered with the windows here. I think this one's actually slightly bigger than those. So I'm going to have to make that a little smaller so it kind of fits in there. But I'll have one corridor that goes that way. And then I'll have another one that goes this way. And this is going to go over to kind of where I want like my bedroom area at. So I'm going to build a nice big room here because we're going to need a lot of space to fit all of the crafting stuff. Alright, so I think this looks pretty good here. What I might even do is add in some windows on like this wall here. I don't think I'm going to do this wall because all that's going to look at is the base. The base is kind of blocking it there. And then I might even make this all glass as well. The problem is I need to get a lot of quartz to basically put in all this glass. And I think you also need the quartz for the lights. Oh no, the lights is copper. I think it might actually be becoming nighttime because our power is slowly going down. So it's going to get really dark. So that's kind of the next thing I need to go through is make some lights. Now I did actually find this brand new lamp here, which I don't know what these look like. They're kind of like wall lights. Let me put one down. Oh, so this is like a warmer, more like natural light than kind of like these ones. So these lights here is kind of like a bluish light, and this one's more of a yellow light. I kind of like these. These are actually kind of cool. So I might set these up like right here in the middle. So I'm going to go through here real quick, just put up a bunch of lights now that it's nighttime so I can kind of see what needs light. And then when I come back, we'll start probably doing some work on each of the different rooms. So I'm going to kind of do like one room at a time. So we'll start with probably the crafting room. I think would be a good one to start with. And then the storage room, I need to get that figured out. So that'll be the next one I'll do. And then I'll work on kind of like my bedroom over here. So I'm going to go through and do some lighting here real quick, and I will see you once that is all done. Now I did go through and add in a whole bunch of lights into the base, and I think it looks a lot better. I really like these wall lamps. These look so nice, so I added those throughout the base just to add a little bit of warmer light into the room. Now I got to go through and actually add all of the crafting stuff into the room. So let's see what we got. Yeah, right here, I want to build a processor, probably a biolab, we're going to need that as well. Modification station. I definitely need this. This is something I got in the last episode, and this is going to help get upgrades for my equipment. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put all these. The processor, I'm definitely going to need one of those. And then I'm also going to need a fabricator somewhere. So I only really need one of these. I think I'm going to put it on this wall here where this battery charger is at. And then I'm going to move this thing over here. I forgot, we have all these different types of posters. What would be a good one for the crafting room? I kind of want to go with like the Keep Calm poster. This is like the classic poster from the original Subnautica game. So I'm glad they added that back in. And then this wall over here. What's out this way? Any cool views? Not really. So I don't think that really needs to be a window. What that can be is where I put my processors. I could line up a whole bunch of processors on this wall. These are going to be useful for making like advanced recipes. And this is also how I'm going to churn all of my salt into glass. So if I go in here, yeah, see right here, you can get glass from using 2 salt. Alright, so I've got all the processors going here. They're all making glass, and it's taking all of our power to basically run these things. I think it might even be nighttime, or if it's not nighttime yet, it's going to be nighttime. Luckily, I do have backup power, so that's going to come in handy for basically running everything. And now I'm going to add a modification station in, which this will take even more power. I'm going to put this in this corner here. I guess I could put it like right up against the wall here. There's no point in having a second one. Oh, it's opened up. So what can I make in here? Oh, I can make tadpole upgrades. Oh, and then this is where I can get the bioscanner. It doesn't actually tell me how to make... Oh, there it goes. So the bioscanner needs enamel glass. Oh, conduit crystals. I don't know if I have conduit crystals yet. The other thing that I need to make in here is this tadpole depth module. So let me make that real quick because that's going to be helpful, especially for grabbing the Celestine. Because the Celestine, the problem with it is that it's very deep in the water, so it's really hard to get. But I need that to make these really cool lights. So I'll go to make a depth module. Now, the other thing I just remembered that I have in here is also my grow beds. So I can grow all these different types of plants, which are going to be really helpful, especially for food and water. So I definitely want to set up some grow beds. I might put them over here, actually, because this is where my entrance is to the base. So this might not be a bad idea to set them up here. And then I could also have a window on this wall right here, so that way I can look out and see the progress of my plants. The next thing I need to do is actually plant some things. So the only thing I could plant right now is this. Oh, you could just kind of put them wherever. Okay, that's interesting. So I guess I'll just put one of these guys down, and then it'll just start growing. Oh, it's going already. 1%. So I'm going to have to go around the world and collect up some of the different types of plants so I can actually grow them. Oh, wow. This guy's growing fast. He's already 50% done. Yeah, so the crafting room is turning out pretty well here. I do have all this open space over here that I need to kind of fill in with something. Oh, you know what? We could put the Reaper right in here. This will be a good spot to put our Reaper statue. We'll put him right there. I think that's a great spot for the Reaper. Now, the only other thing that would probably be useful to put in here is the biolab. The problem is I need a mild acid to do that. Alright, so this will be a perfect use of my brand new farm here. So I can go ahead and harvest this guy real quick. And then come back in here. And then I should be able to make my mild acid so that I can get the biolab set up. You know, it might not be a bad idea to have like the biolab here and then have the modification station over on like this side. But I think this is a pretty good crafting room. I like this crafting room. The biolab here, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get... Oh, this is new. Oh, bioscanner required. So that's how you get all these different, like, passive and active biomods. You have to get the bioscanner. And then it tells you what you need to scan in. Oh, you have to scan the Collector Leviathan? So that'll be an interesting challenge for another episode, trying to scan the Leviathan in. I don't know where he went, but he's somewhere out there. Now, the only other thing that I could possibly put down is the bio bed, which this will basically set my respawn point here, which is a good idea to do that. I just don't know where I'm going to put this thing. The next area I need to focus on is going to be down here. So this room, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I might have this as like extra storage, maybe. This down here is the main storage room. Right now, it's just a mess of lockers. I haven't really organized it at all. I've just kind of like shoved a bunch of lockers in here just to have space. So my idea for this storage area is I'm going to like section this off. So I'm going to build a wall that like goes all the way along here. And each room is basically going to be a different resource. Yeah, right here I've got the sign. So what I could do is I could put the sign right above here. And then I should be able to rename this. Yeah, I can just edit the label and then name this whatever the resource is. Alright, so I've changed the sign. So this is going to be the lead room. And then I could take the lead locker here. And to make this more optimized so you can get the most amount of storage in here, you can actually turn the lockers this way. And then you can line up like a whole bunch of them. So because I put the sign up with the type of resource that's in here, I don't have to worry about having the labels on the actual lockers. So all of these, I can just fill up with lead. So I'm going to go through, build up a whole bunch of rooms, get them all labeled up, and then move all these lockers in there so they're not just kind of scattered out on the floor. And I'm probably going to have to go get more titanium because I'm down to like 19 left. Oh, these doors use a lot of titanium. I didn't realize the door uses 3 titanium each. I've completed building the storage room here, and it looks completely different now that it's filled in with walls. So I'll give you a quick tour. Basically, what I've got is little rooms set up for each resource. Like this one is the copper room. And then eventually I'll put in more of these floor lockers. I just have them lined up just like this. So that way you can fit as many as you possibly can in here. And then every single one of these, I just chuck anything copper in here. So I've got copper wire, copper ingots, and then all the raw copper is in there as well. Now the save space in the storage room, I've done a couple of the resources I've like combined into one room. So this one has both the creature enamel in it, and it's also got the lithium as well, because those are kind of like 2 resources that you don't have too many of. So I've kind of like combined those 2. Like sulfur and gold I've got in here. So I've got pretty much all the resources I think have their own room. And then I can add more. I can basically expand this out that way and get even more room. It's a really long storage room, but I've got it all condensed down in there so I can have plenty of storage. I think this base is coming along really well. Now, there's 2 rooms left that I need to build. It's going to be my bedroom and then also the viewing room. So I did go through and upgrade these walls so that they're all windows. So I'm going to go ahead and now put in the furniture for my bedroom. Oh, I need fiber. So the good thing about that is I can try out my brand new plant bed that I've got. So if I come out here, I should be able to harvest these things and get the fibrous pulp. And then I can use that to make the fiber. Alright, so I've got the fiber now, so I can actually build a bed. So I'm going to put the single bed right here in the middle. So now I should be able to sleep. And then I can also add some other things. I don't know if I can put this up. Yeah, it won't let me put it on the glass. But I can put it up on this wall. Oh, that's kind of cool. Each shelf basically has a different arrangement on it. Like that one's different to this one. So that's kind of cool. And then there's also the trash can. So I can set up one of these over here in the corner. Can you actually use it? It doesn't look like you can actually use the trash can. I know that was a thing in the original Subnautica game where you could put stuff in the trash can and basically destroy it. Now we do have some of these like wall vents that you can add in for some other like wall textures. So I could put like one of those over there. And then the last thing I want to get is some posters. So we've got a couple different ones. We can get a safety first poster. Where do I want to put this one at? Can I put them in here? Oh, I can. I can like line them up on the wall. So we'll put the Scout Ray poster up right there. I think this looks pretty good. So this is my bedroom now. Oh, hello. You've come to visit. All right, here, I could sit down on my chair here and just sit and watch this guy swim around. Now, I'll have to test this out at nighttime and see if I can actually sleep in the bed and change the time of day. I don't know if it'll do that or not, but that would be really cool. There's one more thing that I would like to add, but I don't think I have it unlocked yet. If I go to the blueprints, yeah, it's this thing, this time of day display. I want to get one of these and put these up in my base, but I have to find one more blueprint for it. So I'll have to look for that on my adventures. And then we're going to go do the last room here, which this is the viewing platform. So this is going to need a lot of like chairs. I think it's going to be a good thing. Oh, and then trash cans. We'll line up a couple trash cans here. We'll put like one there, put like another one over here. So put those down. I might even put one more here. So we got that. And then I think in this spot here, I could set up like a bunch of stools. Alright, so I just found out the stools apparently take rubber, and I don't have enough rubber to do all the stools. So I'm going to do 2 stools, and then we'll put lab chairs in. Yes. That's what we're going to have. We're going to have some lab chairs. And then eventually, once I get some more rubber, I'll replace them with stools. Because I think stools will be a little bit nicer. But we can have a nice little sitting area. So we can sit and look for the Leviathan. Oh, there he is. I thought I just saw him. There he is. He's up there. I went through and added a whole bunch of decorations into the room here. I think this looks a lot better. So we've got some wall vents up on the wall. I got posters. I even moved Noah in here. So Noah's going to be over in this room now. We've got some table and chairs everywhere. Reaper Leviathan statue right here in the middle. Like, I even got these drums. Sadly, you can't really do anything with them. Yeah, you can't really drum on them. They don't really do much. But you have a perfect view of the Leviathan here. Just kind of swims around in the open water. But I think this is a nice little spot. There's loads of motivational posters up here to inspire you to go out and explore the world. So that's going to be pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this amazing base build that I've got going on here. Next episode, I'm going to do some more exploring around the world and hopefully crafting some new recipes, because I got to get that bioscanner upgrade, and I think there's some other things as well that I want to try and get. Now, if you did enjoy this episode, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post these brand new videos. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody!